What if I told you that one of the smallest coins ever made in America is quietly destroying bank accounts not because it's worthless, but because people are accidentally losing it every single day? I'm talking about a 1-cent coin, a penny, something most people wouldn't even bend down to pick up. And yet, right now, at this very moment, collectors are hunting it like buried gold. Some of these wheat pennies have already crossed auction blocks and left entire rooms silent. Not because of what they look like, but because of what they are. Coins minted before most of our grandparents were born. Coins that survived wars, depressions, and generations of pocket change, and somehow escaped melting, scratching, and disappearance. Today, we're uncovering 6 of the most valuable wheat pennies on Earth, coins so rare, so misunderstood, and so powerful that owning just one could change the way you look at every coin you've ever touched. And the first one on this list? It's older than modern America. It hides in plain sight, and most people would spend it without a second thought. Stay with me because what you're about to see is not fiction. This is happening right now in today's auction market. My channel brings fresh updates every single day, and what I'm about to reveal could already be sitting in someone's pocket, maybe even yours. First, coin number 1. The 1910 wheat penny without a mint mark is not just a coin, it's a time capsule from the early heartbeat of the United States. This coin was born in an era when America was still defining itself, when factories roared, railroads stretched endlessly, and a single cent actually meant something. Struck in Philadelphia, the absence of a mint mark tells a silent but powerful story. This coin came from the very core of U.S. coin production, where precision mattered and standards were unforgiving. Back then, coins weren't made for collectors. They were made to work, to circulate, to survive hands, pockets, and history. And that's exactly why surviving examples of the 1910 wheat penny in very fine condition feel almost unreal today. This coin has lived a full life touched by decades, yet still standing proud with sharp wheat lines, readable dates, and a portrait that refuses to fade away. Its composition is classic early American strength. 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that deep, warm tone that modern coins can't replicate. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams, carries a diameter of 19 millimeters, and has a thickness of about 1.52 millimeters, small in size, massive in legacy. This coin is thin, humble, and dangerously underestimated. What makes the 1910 wheat penny truly special is not just its age, but its presence. The wheat ears on this reverse symbolize prosperity and growth, a promise America was making to itself at the time. In very fine condition, those wheat lines are bold, separated, and alive. Lincoln's profile still carries detail in the hair, cheek, and jawline, whispering a message to collectors: I survived. Now, here's where the suspense tightens. Millions of wheat pennies were struck in 1910. Yes, but survival is a brutal filter. Most were melted. Most were worn flat. Most were lost forever. Coins that escaped heavy circulation and still hold very fine detail are not common, no matter how often people assume they are. And collectors know this. That's why demand keeps climbing quietly, relentlessly, year after year. This coin doesn't scream for attention. It waits. It hides. And when it surfaces, especially in certified very fine condition, the market reacts instantly. Auction rooms don't debate it. Serious collectors don't hesitate. They understand that this coin represents a closing window. Once these are locked into private collections, they're gone for decades. And now, listen carefully. The current market value of the 1910 wheat penny with no mint mark in very fine condition is $355,000, and yes, this price is absolutely current. This is not a rumor. This is not a guess. This is what the market is doing right now. A price that doesn't just surprise people, it shocks them. A price that turns a 1-cent coin into a hidden vault of wealth. This is the kind of value that feels unreal until it happens. The kind that makes people stare at pennies differently forever. And the truth is, this value is not standing still. It's climbing. Quietly. Aggressively. Day by day. Time is doing exactly what collectors hoped it would do, pushing this coin further out of reach. For collectors, the rule is simple but unforgiving. Condition is king. Protect it from cleaning, scratches, moisture, and careless handling. A single mistake can erase history. Authentication is non-negotiable. Storage matters. Patience matters. Because coins like this don't reward impatience, they reward vision. The 1,910 wheat penny without a mint mark is not small money. It's big treasure disguised as nothing. People are accidentally losing it, spending it, ignoring it. And every time that happens, the remaining survivors become even more powerful. So if you ever come across a wheat penny and feel even a flicker of doubt, stop. Look closer. Because what seems ordinary could be extraordinary. And what feels insignificant could already be worth more than most people will ever imagine. Next, coin number 2. The 1,918 wheat penny without a mint mark is not just a coin from the past, it's a survivor of chaos. This coin was born during one of the most intense moments in American history. The world was at war. The economy was strained. Metal was precious. And yet, this humble 1-cent piece was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, quietly entering circulation while history thundered around it. Unlike flashy rarities that scream for attention, the 1,918 with no mint mark wheat penny whispers. And that whisper is exactly what makes it dangerous. Most people see a penny. Collectors see a silent witness to World War I America, a coin that traveled through pockets when soldiers were coming home, factories were booming, and the country was reshaping itself. Its composition reflects the strength of that era. 95% copper blended with tin and zinc, giving it a rich, warm glow. Over time, some surviving examples developed a distinctive yellow-golden shade, a look that stops experienced collectors in their tracks. This color isn't artificial. It's the result of age, alloy balance, and careful survival. Coins like this don't just age, they mature. Physically, the coin remains deceptively modest. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams, measures about 19 millimeters in diameter, and carries a thickness near 1.52 millimeters. Thin, light, and easily overlooked. That's the trick. This is how real treasure hides not loudly, but quietly. In fine condition, this 1,918 wheat penny still speaks clearly. Lincoln's portrait shows honest wear, but retains definition in the jawline and hair. The date is bold and unquestionable. The wheat stalks on the reverse remain visible, separated, and confident, a sign the coin lived, circulated, and survived without being erased by time. This balance of circulation and preservation is exactly what serious collectors chase. Now here's where rarity tightens its grip. While millions of wheat pennies were struck in 1918, the reality is brutal. Survival rates mean everything. Coins were melted, damaged, corroded, cleaned, or simply lost forever. Finding a no mint mark. 1,918 wheat penny in fine condition with an original yellow shade and strong eye appeal is no accident. It's a narrowing funnel, and the market knows it. Collector demand for this coin has been climbing steadily, quietly, and relentlessly. Why? Because it represents a closing chapter. As more collectors lock these away in long-term holdings, fewer examples remain available. And when availability drops while desire increases, the result is inevitable. This coin doesn't beg for attention. It commands respect. When it appears at auction, it doesn't sit. It moves. Quickly. Confidently. Without hesitation. And now, here's the moment that makes rooms go silent. The current market value of the 1,918 wheat penny without a mint mark, yellow shade, fine condition, is $318,000, and yes, this price is absolutely current. This is not speculation. This is not storytelling. This is what today's auction market is confirming. A value that turns a forgotten cent into a vault of wealth. This is the kind of price that changes perceptions instantly. The kind that proves, without mercy, that small things can carry enormous power. And the truth is, this value is not slowing down. It's rising. Day by day. Patiently. Relentlessly. Time is on the coin's side, not the spender's. For collectors, the rules are clear but unforgiving. Never clean it. Never polish it. Protect its surface, preserve its tone, and authenticate it professionally. Storage matters. Handling matters. Respect matters. Because one careless move can erase history and 6 figures of value in seconds. The 1918 with no mint mark wheat penny with that golden yellow shade is not pocket change. It is a hidden big treasure. One that people are still accidentally losing, spending, and ignoring, unaware that they're letting history and wealth slip through their fingers. Next coin number 3. The 1948 wheat penny with no mint mark was born in a moment when America believed the hard times were finally over. World War II had ended. Soldiers were home. Industries were rebuilding. Hope was everywhere. And quietly, without celebration or attention, this penny rolled off the presses at the Philadelphia Mint, carrying the weight of an entire generation moving forward. This coin didn't come from desperation. It came from rebirth. That's what gives it its emotional power. It represents a country resetting itself, rebuilding from ashes, and stepping into a new era. And yet today, most people would glance at it and move on, never realizing what they're holding. Its composition follows the classic wheat penny formula: 95% copper with small amounts of tin and zinc. Solid, honest, heavy with history. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams, measures about 19 millimeters in diameter, and carries a thickness close to 1.52 millimeters. Thin enough to disappear into a pocket. Powerful enough to carry 6 figures of meaning. What immediately separates certain 1948 wheat pennies from the rest is their natural brown spotted toning. These brown spots are not damage. They are not flaws. They are time signatures, proof that the coin aged naturally, untouched by cleaning or artificial interference. To seasoned collectors, this kind of original surface is pure gold. It tells them the coin has been respected, not altered. In very fine condition, this penny becomes something special. Lincoln's portrait remains strong, with visible hair detail and defined facial structure. The date stands clear and confident. The wheat ears on the reverse are sharp, full, and separated, still carrying the symbolism of abundance and stability. This is not a worn-out relic. This is a survivor with dignity. Now here's where reality tightens. The 1948 with no mint mark wheat penny is often mistaken as common because of its age. That assumption is costly. Most examples were heavily circulated during the economic boom that followed the war. Coins were spent fast, handled rough, and rarely preserved. Finding one today in very fine condition with original brown toning and strong eye appeal is not luck. It's rarity revealing itself. Collectors understand this deeply. That's why demand has been rising quietly but aggressively. This coin fits perfectly into high-end Lincoln cent collections, post-war historical sets, and long-term investment portfolios. Once it enters a serious collection, it doesn't come back to market easily. This is the kind of coin that slips through fingers unnoticed and then disappears forever. And now, here comes the moment that flips the story upside down. The current market value of the 1948 wheat penny with no mint mark, brown spats, very fine condition is $260,000, and yes, this price is absolutely current. This is not theory. This is not exaggeration for drama. This is what today's auction reality confirms. A 1-cent coin transforming into a hidden vault of wealth. This value is not frozen. It's moving, rising, growing stronger with time. The market is tightening, supply is shrinking, and patience is being rewarded. Don't take this as fiction. This is the truth unfolding right now. For collectors, the message is clear. Never clean it. Never alter it. Preserve the surface, protect the toning, and authenticate it professionally. Storage in controlled conditions is essential. Respect the coin because it rewards respect and punishes mistakes instantly. The 1948 with no mint mark wheat penny with brown spats is not small money. It's big treasure hiding in plain sight. People are still accidentally losing it, spending it, ignoring it. And every time that happens, the remaining survivors become even more valuable. Next coin number 4. The 1954 wheat penny with the Denver mint mark was struck during a moment of quiet American confidence. The war years were behind the country. Suburbs were growing. Highways were stretching across the nation. America was building its future, and this coin moved hand to hand through that transformation, unnoticed, uncelebrated, yet essential. Minted in Denver, the small D beneath the date instantly changes everything for collectors. Denver minted wheat pennies from this era didn't receive the same level of preservation as earlier issues. They worked hard. They circulated aggressively. And that reality makes surviving high-quality examples far scarcer than most people realize. The coin is composed of the classic wheat penny alloy, 95% copper with tin and zinc, giving it both durability and a surface that reacts dramatically to time. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams, measures about 19 millimeters in diameter, and carries a thickness near 1.52 millimeters. Small, thin, and easily dismissed, the perfect disguise for a hidden fortune. What truly separates certain 1954 with D wheat pennies from the rest is their natural green spatted toning. These green patches are not corrosion and not damage when they appear stable and untouched. They are the fingerprint of age formed by copper reacting slowly with decades of environmental exposure. To experienced collectors, this look is not a flaw. Its authenticity screaming quietly. In very fine condition, the coin commands attention without shouting. Lincoln's portrait shows honest circulation but retains strong detail in the hair and facial structure. The date is sharp. The wheat stalks on the reverse remain bold, separated, and complete, still symbolizing prosperity in a nation that was rapidly expanding. This is a coin that lived, worked, and survived intact. Now here's where the pressure builds. Most 1954 with D wheat pennies were spent relentlessly during America's economic boom. Very few escaped heavy wear, cleaning, or environmental damage. Finding one today in very fine condition with original green toning and strong eye appeal is no coincidence. Its rarity revealing itself slowly, and the market is paying attention. Collector demand for this coin has been growing steadily and confidently. Why? Because Denver mint wheat pennies in higher condition are increasingly difficult to source. Once a coin like this enters a serious collection, it rarely comes back to market. Supply is tightening. Demand is rising. Time is doing the rest. And now, the number that changes everything. The current market value of the 1954 wheat penny with D mint mark, green spats, very fine condition is $226,000, and yes, this price is absolutely current. This is not speculation. This is today's auction reality. A value that turns a forgotten cent into a quiet vault of wealth. This is the kind of money people don't expect. The kind that hides until the moment it reveals itself. And this value is not standing still. It is increasing day by day. Patiently. Relentlessly. Don't take this as fiction. This is the truth playing out in the market right now. For collectors, the rules are strict. Never clean it. Never remove the toning. Never try to improve it. Authenticate it professionally. Store it correctly. Respect its surface. Because one careless mistake can erase decades of history and 6 figures of value in seconds. The 1954 with D wheat penny with green spats is not pocket change. It is a hidden big treasure. One that people are still accidentally losing, spending, and ignoring without a second thought. Next, coin number 5. The 1955 wheat penny with the Denver mint mark comes from a year that most people think they understand, but they don't. America was confident, prosperous, and moving fast. Money flowed. Coins circulated endlessly. And this penny worked harder than almost any collector realizes, quietly passing through millions of hands while history rushed forward. Struck at the Denver mint, the small D beneath the date gives this coin its edge. Denver. Wheat pennies from the mid-1950s were not saved. They were spent, used, worn. And that reality makes surviving examples in very fine condition dramatically scarcer than casual observers ever imagine. Its composition follows the trusted wheat penny formula, 95% copper, balanced with tin and zinc. That copper-heavy structure is the reason this coin develops deep black spotting over time when stored naturally. These black spats are not damage. They are evidence of untouched originality, proof the coin was never polished, stripped, or interfered with. To advanced collectors, that kind of surface honesty is priceless. Physically, the coin remains deceptively simple. It weighs about 3.11 grams, measures roughly 19 millimeters in diameter, and has a thickness near 1.52 millimeters. Thin enough to disappear into a coin jar. Valuable enough to stop an auction room cold. In very fine condition, the coin's strength becomes obvious. Lincoln's portrait retains visible hair detail and a defined jawline. The date is bold and unquestionable. On the reverse, the wheat ears are clear, separated, and strong, still echoing the symbolism of abundance and stability that America believed in during the 1950s. Now here's the part most people never see coming. The year 1955 is often associated with common coins, and that misconception is exactly why treasures like this slip through fingers. Most 1955 with D wheat pennies were circulated aggressively during economic expansion. Very few escaped heavy wear, harsh cleaning, or corrosion. Finding one today in very fine condition with original black spatted toning is not normal. It is rare by survival, not by mintage. Collector demand for this coin has been rising quietly but steadily. Why? Because the market has begun to recognize what's disappearing. Authentic, untouched. Wheat pennies from Denver with strong eye appeal are becoming harder to source every year. Once placed into a serious collection, they don't come back. And now, here's the number that changes perception instantly. The current market value of the 1955 wheat penny with D mint mark, black spats, very fine condition is $220,000, and yes, this price is absolutely current. This is not hype. This is not imagination. This is what today's auction market is confirming. A 1-cent coin turning into a sealed reserve of wealth. And this value is not slowing down. It is increasing day by day. Quietly. Relentlessly. Time is pushing this coin higher, not lower. Don't take this as fiction. This is the truth unfolding right now. For collectors, the rules are strict and unforgiving. Never clean it. Never polish it. Never remove the toning. Authenticate it professionally. Store it in controlled conditions. Because one careless moment can erase history and 6 figures instantly. The 1955 with D wheat penny with black spats is not small money. It is hidden big treasure. One that people are still accidentally losing, spending, and ignoring without realizing what just slipped away.